Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Raynday Gaming. My name is Raynday, and welcome home. That's right, this may be your home on the internet or your home for Smite, but either way, I appreciate you guys showing up, supporting, and watching the videos. Today, I've got some Season 3 gameplay featuring 3v3 Joust. We don't see a lot of that on the channel, but I wanted to do that and showcase my man, Odin. That's right, Odin the Allfather, one of the main OG gods. You talk about OG, thinking in the hip-hop game, Ice Cube and Dr. Dre. He is the Ice Cube and Dr. Dre combined of the god OGs. He is literally just one of the main gods. He's very famous in even pop culture, and so it's awesome to always take a look at this god because I think a lot of people are familiar with Odin. Here are his abilities in Smite, so you can see how this guy basically operates, and I'm going to be walking you through those and walking you through a build and also commentating this gameplay, so you guys know exactly how to play Odin, how I've liked to play Odin in Season 3, and kind of some of my thoughts about Odin and how to be effective with him in this new season where everything has changed. You know what I mean? Things are very different. As you see, look, an early invade. I could spot it out, though, and this is really, really poor for them. It looks like they're trying to go for something. Oh, my God, the Onher has jumped, and I have an opportunity. I go with my Raven Shot, my lunge, and a basic attack kills the Onher. Now I'm slowing the tier. I activate my sprint, allowing my teammates to catch up. The Raijin goes for a blink, and he actually catches him, but the Loki, with the help of his sprint and the speed movement from his vanish, actually takes out the tier. We get the early double kill here, 2 kills for nothing, and the first blood going to me. That is a heck of a way to start a Joust match, I gotta tell you guys. Now, let me tell you one thing. I have actually just gotten off yesterday, basically like 48 hours straight of working. We were doing something with Martin Lawrence, the celebrity out in Los Angeles. He had a concert, and I've worked with him a couple times before, and I was actually working with him on his latest concert here. But then after that, we went straight into the twitch.tv/Raynday arena tournament, and it was absolutely amazing, guys. It was on twitch.tv/Raynday. If you didn't catch that before, it was amazing. Congratulations to the teams that participated. We had a ton of viewers, a ton of interaction. People were really amazed, like I imagined, how competitive and how engaging a serious arena could be. And you know, again, it just you're preaching to the choir here with me, because I've always said that now is the time they need to be bringing back an arena league. I think they have the resources, and if not, I think the community has the resources as well to do it. As you see, Raijin kind of getting on me there. I'm trying to back up a little bit. Raijin, whoa, and the ultimate comes out. I get taunted. Am I going to die? Oh my God, he hits me with 3, but the 4th one is not enough, and I have 47 health, and I'm able to go back. Oh dear goodness. That Raijin taunt is pretty hard to deal with. Raijin being a brand new god that was released in Smite, and definitely showing that he has some abilities, when played correctly, to burst you down faster than you can say. Yeah, that's right. Faster than you can say anything. That's right, because he's already killed you. His burst is absolutely nutso. He's a pretty good god. I like his balance, but again, I think he's coming out a little bit on the overpowered side. He's not overpowered too much, I don't think. I don't think he's out of control. I just think he's a little bit stronger. His damage numbers are a little bit stronger than most mages at this point. His burst is a little bit stronger. And I think it's a little too easy to do the things that he's been doing in terms of getting kills and clearing lane and doing all of that stuff. So I think he just needs to be toned down. But I think he's fun, and I would have rather have him basically be released. As you see the burst coming out from Raijin here. He's almost able to kill me. I've got to activate my sprint in just a moment, but I have my Raven Shield in case he tries to do something fancy. But it looks like I don't need to use my sprint because, man, that burst was surprising. I have to go back to base now, even though the Loki is saying attack. So it looks like they're going to go in without me. I would have loved to be a part of that, but I had to get myself back. I was really of no use, and you know, I think it was better just in terms of my time that I go ahead and get back. But you see the Onher ultimate taking out the Loki. Might not have been the best call for him to go back and with me going back to base, but again, he might not have known that, but I see an opportunity here. I activate my Raven Shield. I'm going for the lunge. I miss both of them. I do not hit the Raijin, but I'm trying to trap the tier here. He goes on the other side, but the Order Tower takes him down, diving and getting the kill, but getting killed himself. Was it worth it? I'm just not sure. The Raijin here, and I'm looking. I've got my ultimate. I've got an ability to aggress on this guy. He is staying around. I go for the jump, and I'm actually able to hit him with that. I throw my ultimate out. It's one more basic attack away, but he gets away. Oh my God, and he's jumping. The worst. This is almost as worse as VEL at this point. When you're laughing, that's fine. I've kind of gotten used to laughing. It's annoying, but whatever. But when people start doing things and then they get away or they kill you and then they start jumping, oh man, it's making me think of jumping in a whole new light. And I am not liking it, guys. I know you know that feeling. It's tough to deal with, but you know what? There's always either that, it's if it happens, you always got that next play, usually. Unless it's the very end of the game when they get that final kill and jump. I mean, hey, that's probably cool, but, usually you can come back to lane and try and get them there, and that's how you got to talk your disputes out. Don't BM, don't try and downgrade somebody or message them. I've had some people message me before and just be like, you suck, or something like that, as you see the jump here and the lunge coming out, but a great impale from on here pushing me back. But again, guys, just go ahead and let your play do the talking for you. That's what I like to do. But bringing it back to Raijin, and we're looking at Odin here, we've got too many things to talk about. As you see, the two basic attacks secure the kill after the Loki ultimate onto the tier, and I'm going onto the on her, but however, my lunge is not enough to catch up with him, and I have no mana to slow him down with my Gunger's Might. And you guys might be wondering, what are these things he's saying? I'm sure most of you are veteran Smite players, but some of you are new, and some of you want to know exactly what's happening, and let me tell you what happens here. I could have easily killed that Raijin, but I'm looking at Shell. He's gone through the hassle of basically taking him out by himself, and instead of doing that, I want to let him get that kill. Why is that? Well, I'm an Odin. I do damage. I'm fine. But my damage slows off. Loki has a very large amount of damage, and he's going to be our main damage source from a physical standpoint in this game, assassinating some of those weaker targets like Anhur and Raijin. And so I want to let him get as many kills, I want to support him in basically doing the best that he can. And this is kind of an odd thought for those of you who play the game as an assassin, or you play the game as an ADC, or you even play the game as a mage. The Guardians and the Warriors, in many cases, when you play those two roles, or you're learning those two roles, like I said in some of my video, the top 5 ways to become a better Smite player, I talk about learning each role. Now, each role comes with a different mentality that you have to learn, and I might be able to do some videos for you guys. If you do want some videos on specific roles and what their mentality looks like, and maybe some community feedback on that, I'd be happy to put some videos together for you guys on kind of each role, how to learn each role. As you see the on her pressuring me here, but the mentality is different with a warrior, and as you can see, it's not just about getting kills, it's about supporting your teammates. As I do a very, very a poor wall there. I think I'm catching some of the enemy team, but I actually don't catch anybody as I get impaled into the freaking wall. Like, okay, you suck, you made a bad wall, then let me just go impale you into some stone right now. That's what I needed. An injury on top of an insult on top of injury right there. As you see, I almost take down the Raijin, but it's just not enough at this point. Excuse me, guys. I am a little bit under the weather. I had to go, just take care of myself, blow my nose a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm a little congested, and it is because I spent yesterday at this amazing tournament after being nonstop for the last 2 days. I think I got 5 hours sleep in those last 2 days, and it was absolutely worth it. It was amazing. I had so much fun doing this tournament and showcasing how strong Arena can be from a competitive standpoint. If you guys missed it, the video on demand is available on my twitch.tv. I've saved it as a highlight, so you should be able to see that whenever you want. But go to twitch.tv/Raynday, go to my profile. You could follow my Twitch to see when I start streaming again, but you'll also be able to check out this Odin I'm sorry, this is the Odin video that you're looking at. You're going to be able to check out the twitch.tv/Raynday Raynstorm Arena Invitational Tournament. You're going to be able to see the whole video on demand. I think it's about 7 hours long. It's great, and you can just skip to all the games and the good parts, which are really, really fun to see. So we had some great comeback victories. We had some amazing upset surprises. I can't say enough about it, guys, and I'm very excited to be announcing as well that there is going to be a Clash tournament going on. That's right, there is going to be a Raynstorm Clash tournament happening. As you see, I'm getting pressured here. I'm a little dangerous. Oh my god, the impale comes out from on her, and Schooner takes me down, but he gets ulted by the Loki in tower range, and again, gets that 1-for-1. The Raijin ults as well, trying to get something, but he mesmerizes. He actually blinks away with his ultimate, not his number 3 actually, and is able to stay safe. The on her impale coming out again. The Raijin forced to beads. The Loki is right behind the on her though. What will happen? The on her jumps. The Loki's right behind him. He gets 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, no more. Shell takes down X Gypsy X. And by the way, Shell 4, one of the members of one of the teams who made it to the loser semifinals. They actually won their first game, lost a heartbreaker by about 6 points. Actually, the person who broke their heart was 13 years old on Chiron. He got the last kill and turned the game around after coming back from what seemed like an insurmountable victory. And basically, it was just an amazing performance. It was an amazing showcase of what people can do when they're on stage. You know, this 13-year-old was a very funny Dark Knight Nico. Great kid. He's in the clan, and he got a lot of press from that. People were like, what's his Instagram? How do I talk to this kid? It was like, you know, seeing one of those kids maybe become, you know, on the track to get a little fan base, you know, from the tournament. So it was very cute, very funny. Shout outs to Dark Knight Nico and Shell for playing their butts off in that tournament. And let's talk a little bit more about Odin now, guys, because I want to mention Odin. I want to talk a little bit more about Raijin, how I feel about his release. I'll also put a gameplay together so you guys can get a full, like, you know, competitive gameplay about Raijin. I'll talk more about it there. But I did want to just finish my thought about that. And I want to first mention this Odin and talk about Odin and the strategy, how I'm building as well. So you guys can see a little bit of that. As you see, Tyr basically almost getting taken out. I use my jump, but he dashes perfectly away. And I actually get slowed by my man Loki there. Actually, it might have been his decoy. I think it was Loki. Somehow I got slowed and was blocked to be able to go ahead and hit my slow with him. I activate my shield here, which does a set amount of damage. After a while, it's kind of like a bomb that you set. And the way it goes off is either after a certain amount of time or if you jump onto an enemy. So let's talk about how to bird bomb, which is pretty much the key with Odin bird bombing. That is why he does so much damage. Odin has gotten this incredible kind of buff by the ability for him to not only use his shield, his ring of spears, as something that he can walk in and out of, so it doesn't trap him. So he could use it much more strategically. He could use it in much better scenarios. Even if he has no mana and only mana for that, and he doesn't want to say he's getting pursued, he could throw down his ring. He doesn't have to have a jump available with enough mana. He could just throw his ring down, as you see the Anhur and the Raijin looking to do something towards me. I'm feeling something sneaky happening. I'm going to back up over here, activate my shield in case any burst damage comes on. I got that Raiju on me, and I do want to not be there with the Raiju and allow that to go off before the Raijin is able to go ahead and attack me again. Now I see I'm jumping and initiating onto the Anhur. He's staying around still. He's kind of at low health. My bird bomb is up in about 3 seconds. The Loki initiating onto the Anhur, and the Anhur jumps away. And actually that ultimate from Loki, it looks like, it does not go through. And I think he wasted that ultimate there onto the Anhur, and the Anhur jumped perfectly after hearing the sound. That's one of the things with Loki. If you try playing against a Loki without sound cues, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. You got to hear this guy because that's where he gives it all away. But the jump is down from Anhur. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, my God. He avoids it again. He's avoided an ultimate and several killing blows there with that jump. So the Anhur doing a good job. He's also hit a lot of impales. So kind of props to this Anhur. But let's see if he can keep doing it. I'm initiating on my team. I throw my Ring of Spears there. As you see, I'm going in and out of it, depending on whether I feel like I need to be more defensive or I can be more offensive in here because I gain my stats while I'm in that. I'm not sure if they go away. I think it might be for the duration of the ring, but I believe inside of the ring is where the stats are given. Let me see this. Odin is immune while in his ring. So you're immune to slow and root effects while in your ring. I do not believe that happens while you are outside of your ring. And so that's one of the things you got to see. I see the Raijin aggressing on me and I activate my sprint. However, I know it may not be enough because he's got Raiju and his number one travels very far and goes through walls. He activates his ultimate, but Shell brings him down. I'm 313 health. I'm trying to go ahead and try and kill this Tyr here, but he gets some healing. Oh my God, that healing was nasty. That healing, a little surprising to me. I was like, wow, I did not imagine Tyr to be able to heal that much, but the benefits of leveling up your number 2 first and then leveling up your number 1 for Tyr, allowing you to get more off your healing and your defensive stance. Although your number 1 won't do as much damage, your number 2 will be kind of more of the killing blow and give you a lot more sustain when you're in those fights, and that Tyr doing a pretty good job. But he's still very low right now. I'm jumping onto him. However, he gets the heal off the minions again and heads to the left-hand side. The Anhur is here, but he has nothing in terms of being able to defend against me. The Tyr coming back, getting a full heal again, and now I'm kind of in a bad spot. I get the impale. I throw my spear out, but I activate my Raven Shield, and that is enough to buy me some time to kill the Anhur. I am 4-1. The Raiju coming after me. He hits me with the Raiju, but he hits me with a number 1 as well, and that activates the Raiju as the damage, and it's just too much for me. So how am I building? What am I doing? Let's talk about that a little bit, and let's talk about Odin. So Odin's passive, as you guys may or may not know, is called the Allfather. What it means is that it's kind of like Xbalanque's. Every time he throws up his shield, if someone dies within that within his spear, his ring of spears, if someone dies within that, he gains a permanent stack of physical power, up to 10. So he actually can gain 50 physical power if 10 people die within his spear in the course of a match, which is a lot. It's a lot. It's more than a typical item. So he can build a little bit more defensive and still have that damage coming out. Now, Void Void Shield is one of those items I don't usually use a lot, but it's the second item I picked up on Odin because it provides physical protection, it provides physical power, but it also reduces the physical protection of enemies within me. Now the Raijin goes ahead and he jumps there away actually from his safety, and I get impaled by the on her, but it's not enough to stop Shell from going ahead and killing that Raijin, who just had a very, very unfortunate jump there. His teleport was not in the correct spot, and it looks like he's in a bad position and got taken out by the Shell a little too easily. I go ahead and I'm zoning out this on her here, trying to get him away from the fight, but I see he's coming back. On her, back up, man. You want to get jumped on? Back up. I'm trying to kill this tier without any on her, any lion presence, but I'm basically waiting and looking. I see a pillar come out. I'm like, on her, are you serious? All right, bro, there you go. Get killed, man. Get dunked on. You want to stay around, dude? You should have gone back. I know you're trying to help your teammates, but at a certain point, you got to know tier can survive, and you're just not helping the situation. You've made some good plays, but that was not one of the smarter ones, in my opinion, and unfortunately, he gets taken out there. As you can see, Odin's burst coming out from that jump and that 2 combo, and that's called Odin's Bird Bomb, and it takes into it basically takes into account his first 2 abilities, one being lunge, which is just a normal lunge. It's nothing to explain. He just jumps and does damage when he lands. The second thing, actually the interesting part about lunge is it's a little slower, and it's kind of got this really big, like, like, you know, playing a little, like, instrument, like a child instrument when you actually jump, and so people really know the jump is coming. You could see it, but it jumps in a very wide radius. It's a bigger jump landing area, so it's easier to hit it, even though it's a little slower. So it may be if someone has a faster dash like an Agni, it'll be pretty hard to catch him in your jump unless he has his dash down, which is definitely the ideal time. If somebody has a jump like on her, or a jump and mesmerize like Raijin, you're going to want to basically wait till their abilities are down to guarantee that your jump will land, because they will not be able to get out of the huge radius of it. And that's just an example of how to miss every single ability on Odin. This is a little part about how to basically get owned, apparently by the freaking on here. I got to activate my sprint to get out of here. My shield is up in just a moment. I throw my Odin Spear and I get away. I see the ultimate come out. The tier is still running after me, but he misses his number 1. I hit him with my number 3 actually, and I'm able to survive for just a second. I've got 53 health, but the Shell coming back down. Shell playing as Loki, and the Raijin Mewtwo murders. Oh my god, that's a great name. He gets the kill on tier, and I survive with like 87 health. That was either an example of how to miss all of your abilities as an Odin, or of how to bait professionally, because that was such a good bait. You're like, did he really? Was that a real bait, or was he just bad? Like, I'm not trying to. Let me tell you the truth, guys. Don't tell anybody. That was just bad. I just missed everything. But don't tell anybody. That was, on the record, that was a professional bait. That's exactly how you bait with Odin. Use all your abilities, miss them all, throw your ultimate down just to barely escape, and survive with about 47 health. But the reason Odin, let's talk about his shield and how that works, and how to be a good Odin player with your shield, because this is one of the ways that you can see someone separating their Odin skill and knowledge. What you'll see often is that the Bird Bomb becomes everyone's basically main way of moving around and jumping as Odin. They'll basically do it for the damage, because what happens is, when you activate your number 2, it's a shield around you for at max 400 health. You also get 60% of your physical power added onto that, so whatever physical power you have, add that on to the 400 health as well. But if your shield, oh my gosh, the damage, the Bird Bomb and the ultimate immediately, and the Raijin, again, he jumps into my ring, and that is just a bad thing. They give me 2 stacks to my passive, and now I've built up 6 stacks. I've got an extra 30 physical power as a result, and I'm just getting stronger and stronger by the minute. Here I go, I'm battling with the tier. He uses purification beads and knocks me up into the wall. I'm trying to hit him back again. I'm hitting every basic attack, which is good, except for that last one, and that last one right there. I shouldn't have said that. Curse of the commentator. Now the tier is going after me, but my Raijin, my homie, activates his ultimate. He's trying to get a few of his hits left. Only 1 or 2 should do it, but he misses almost all of them. We're chasing the tier, but he's going towards the minions just to get that heal, and he actually turns around and kills me. Are you kidding me? Mewtwo murders, gets the kill finally, but tier freaking kills me. Are you kidding me? I'm thinking we're safe. I'm going after him like, oh yeah, you should have messed with me and my buddies. Yeah, Raijin came up. What? I'm dead? Oh man, that's the worst. That was very hard for my ego to take, but I promise I'm going to be better, guys. Don't worry. Better things are going to be happening. We are in a good position. As you can see, no towers have been taken. And not even a fire giant has been taken. And that's what you'll kind of see in the beginning of Joust, especially up to at least like 13, 15 minutes. You probably will not see towers taken. What you'll probably see most of the time is team fights won, a little bits of advantages gained on one side of the team, or maybe more even fights. And then all of a sudden what you will see is then, one big team fight kind of switching and kind of either ending the game or, getting some huge objective that will allow that game to be ended. As you see the ultimate from Loki going on to that Raijin and basically taking him out. Shell 4 doing a great solo job. He's 13-4. This guy does a good Loki. I can tell you that. From experience, I've seen him play Loki very well. So shout outs to Shell 4, again, participant on Team Modar in the Raynstorm Arena tournament that just happened yesterday. And so really, Odin's Bird Bomb is an interesting thing. The shield is a shield, so you have to understand a lot of people use it only offensively, but it can be a very good defensive tool in getting away. And the new item Bulwark of Hope gives you basically this same passive, so Odin with Bulwark of Hope basically gets 2 shields. It's very, very hard to kill Odin. I've seen in some of the professional play over the weekend, Fuzzy Wuzzy, one of the Odins on, I believe it was team, I forget what the team, but they were playing Team Flex in the semifinals of NA, was basically very, very hard to kill, and he was having like 5 people chase him down, and these are pro players like pulling out every single strategy to try to kill this Odin. But he had Bulwark, he had Mail of Renewal, I believe, and it was just impossible to kill this guy with his shield. And I'm not exactly sure if he had Bulwark, but I'm pretty sure that he did. If not, it is what it is. Just very hard to kill Odin right now. He's got a lot of mobility, and the shield is very valuable. As I jump down, Bird Bomb onto the Raijin, but his damage is a little too much. I've got 3 of them here. Let's see if I can getting left, get right, get left, get right, go ahead. Now I got my teammates coming back, and I've got my dunk happening. Raijin, say night, baby. I've got 1 basic attack, and oh god, the tier here ruining my day again. I'm trying to kill that Raijin, man. Don't you understand what I'm trying to do? The Shell 4 takes down Gypsy, who is the on her there, and we do get a kill for that, and the Raijin is definitely going to have to go back to base. Otherwise, he's going to get taken out by that Loki very, very soon. And again, talking about the Bird Bomb, the key to the Bird Bomb is using it offensively without someone hitting you. So, if you're playing against Odin and you see the Bird Bomb activate, try and shoot him a little bit. Why is that? Try and shoot him just once. What does that mean? Well, at full health, that means if he is not touched and he activates his Bird Bomb and lands on you, he gets an extra 20% power onto that Bird Bomb. As I get the kill onto the tier there, I go 6-3 and 15, and now we have an opportunity to maybe get this tower down. I'm telling people to attack. I'm looking to maybe jump onto this Raijin, but now I've gotten taken out. The Raiju did hit me, and I know Raijin's coming. So what do? I use that number 2 as a shield after he jumps onto me, and I know that is exactly what is going to be happening. That is why I am available to basically go ahead and kill him. Actually get away from that kill, not being killed, and so that allows me, using that defensively, to be able to get out of that situation and survive, and that's a big deal. A lot of people think it's really an offensive thing. That's what I used to think, but remember, it could be very, very useful to use it. Now, the other reason people make a mistake with this is they jump. When you notice I do the Bird Bomb, it activates my shield as I land. So you're not only doing the damage from lunge, which is about 300 plus 70% of your physical power. You're also doing, if it's at full health, the 500 extra power plus the 75% as Shell takes down that on her there with just 2 hits. It was pretty nasty. So you're basically doing 800 damage plus, 75% onto that 500. As you see, I jump down onto the Raijin there. The burst is just insane from Odin. You're doing so much damage, especially onto a mage that has maybe less than 2,000 health. You're basically taking off almost half of their health with that. So if you see someone at 40%, most likely an Odin Bird Bomb will kill them. The Gunger's Might, his third ability, is really just to be used to slow people down and help catch them up. It's a 40% slow for 2.8 seconds, and that's fantastic here. As you see, one of the things I wanted to point out was why we took that tower finally. Not only did Loki grab the Fire Giant, but the other thing was that I mentioned in Team Chat, if you didn't see here in just a few seconds ago, that we need to take objectives. We need to get their tower, otherwise they might be able to come back here with their ADC on her. He's not a bad player. He's decent. And he is going to basically be able to hurt us a lot more consistently than we can. We've got a lot of burst, but once that burst is done, he's going to still have that consistent damage. Tier's got some great crowd control, and hey, we can't forget about Raijin. They could easily turn this game around if we do not capitalize on the victory we're having at this point. I look to jump onto the on her, but it's no matter. Mewtwo goes ahead and takes him down. Gypsy getting sent back to the grave there. Raijin is here. I'm trying to hide and wait till my lunge is available. I've got my Gunger's Might to support, but Shell's already got that handle. We're chasing after the tier. I wonder if he's going to be able to go ahead and avoid. He thinks that my jump is ready, so that's why he runs to the left and to the right, but it's not. I just activate my shield. There you go. Sound cues throwing him off there, thinking that usually because you hear that shield come up and then you hear the jump, he's thinking that my jump was actually going to be the thing, and By the way, guys, it's the shield that makes the noise, not the jump. I can see right now. So if I said the jump made the noise, it's not really the jump, it is the shield, as you see when it activates right there. Boom, and then you see the jump making that big noise at the end. But we finish off the game, and we get the win, 7-3 and 18 Odin play. And I want to spend some time talking to you a little bit about the build and finishing up about Odin, because the thing about him is really how to use his bird bomb so that you can extend your life. A lot of times, people will, even when they're running away, will basically activate their number 2 and then activate their number 1. They'll do it and jump as, like, even when they're retreating with a bird bomb. But that is a waste of valuable health that you could be gaining while you're running away. So sometimes people are going to catch up with you after your leap. But if you jump, and since your shield activates when you land, if you activate it before you jump, you're basically going to be wasting a potential 400 health shield that is going to be saving you and giving you maybe some extra moments to run away and avoid some of those basic attacks before they get into no man's land, too far into enemy territory, and have to retreat. And so that is a great way to do it. You jump when you're on a defensive standpoint trying to get away. Jumping first, then activating your shield will save you a lot. You see I'm going through the items here. There's one thing about this build that I want to change, and I want to talk to you guys about it briefly. You see here I've got crowd control reduction, cooldown reduction on this item. Well, in this build, I actually max out, and I actually go over the cap of crowd control reduction. These items are very good items. I like them a lot. I like Spirit Robe. I like Jotunn's on Odin. Void Shield, one of the items I don't usually pick up, but I saw one of my clanmates using it in the tournament, and it worked really well for him. And I like that it reduced physical protections, and so I actually picked that up on him. I like that as well. Bulwark, I think, is a great item as well on Odin. However, after this is where the build gets a little wonky, because I wanted to try one of the new items, but I paid for it too early, didn't look at the crowd control reduction in this basically tree chart going up, and basically both items had crowd control reduction. I was already maxed out, and so as you see there, protection, CC, it's maxed out. I went over the cap by about 15, and that's a problem. You don't want to go over the cap. One of the items, there's 4 items I would probably suggest here, one being Ancile, which is a great item. It gives you magical protection here. It would max me out on cooldown reduction as well, because then I would be at, I believe, 40% cooldown reduction, which would be the max, and then it would also give me physical power, so it would help me deal with that Raijin who is bursting me, getting a lot of those kills. It would help me deal with a lot of those things. Brawlers might be a good item as well, because it would help reduce that healing of tier, and it would also give me some penetration and some power. Frostbound, a great item on Odin. It's a general item. I would have liked that a lot, because it gives me health, which is always good, physical power, and it also reduces movement speed and attack speed, so it would counter on her a little bit. And then it also gives me Runic Shield, might be a good opportunity for you guys as well, because it gives you that reduction in magical protection. It's kind of like a Void Shield, but for magical protection. So it reduces the magical power of enemies by 50 within range, and it also reduces attack speed by 20%, which means that on her would have been hitting a little bit slower as well, and helping to basically tone down his damage. Well, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching this Odin gameplay and build for Season 3. Hopefully you enjoy it, and let me know what you think about the build in the comment section below, especially with those 4 different items at the end. Which one would you choose? What would you replace? What would you keep? Let me know in the comment section. Remember to leave a like and a share if you enjoyed this video, so more people can see it and you can support what I'm doing here at Raynday Gaming. Thank you so much, guys. Remember to subscribe for more content like this here on the channel. As always, my name is Raynday. Remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and I'll see you guys next time.